Well, my name is Rubel. I'm from St. Cloud, Minnesota, which is about an hour outside the Twin Cities. I've been a Bond fan. I mean, I remember watching him on TV pretty much all my life, but I really became a fan when I was about 15, and I saw View to a Kill, and then I went back and rented all the others, and yeah, so I've been a huge Bond fan for several years. I got involved with the Ian Fleming Foundation because me and a friend in college started making Bond spoof films. Alexander Wellington is a James Bond type character, and I'm the villain. His name is Vittorio Falco, and I'm usually an arms dealer, or I'm trading arms or doing some sort of nefarious evil things behind the scenes. And he is kind of he's the Blofeld of the Wellington series. Blofeld is James Bond's main villain over the years, so I'm kind of Wellington's arch nemesis. So, and yeah, he needed a baddie, and he needed somebody who would volunteer to be in his films. There's really no budget. He pays for the films out of his pocket, but he's a professional editor, so the films are digitally edited and digitally put together. But yeah, really, it's just friends and family that he gets to be in his films, and they're really pretty impressive for being no-budget films. So about 3 or 4 years after we made our first one, we met Doug Redenius from the Ian Fleming Foundation, who invited us to come down and see his Bond collection. We first came down to visit his collection and see what vehicles he had, and then it kind of it evolved into the work weekends, or the Bond work weekends, which we come down twice a year and we work on whatever new James Bond vehicles he has. I worked a lot on the Moonraker boat, the boat that Roger Moore is driving in the chase scene in Moonraker. Worked on the Q boat, which is from World Is Not Enough, that Pierce Brosnan was driving. Also worked on Live and Let Die boat. Let me see, the AMC Hornet from Man with the Golden Gun. One of my personal favorites is the Aston Martin Volante from The Living Daylights. Because when Timothy Dalton became James Bond, The Living Daylights was probably my favorite James Bond film at the time, and remains one of my favorites, and so that vehicle was a real treat to work on. So, other collecting interests, I have really three main interests as far as movies and music. Star Trek, James Bond, and Batman are really my three that I focus on. I like a lot of other things, but those are the three things that I collect things from. I realized at one point in my life that you can spend a lot of money on a lot of different things, so I kind of narrowed it down to those three franchises that I really enjoyed. I've thought about what's similar about those three things, and the only thing I can come up with is that they're action adventure, they have great fist fights, and they have great gadgets, and also great writing also. But yeah, it seems to come down to fist fights and gadgets and action adventure for me. We have had a blast the last 15 years coming down and getting to know Doug and all our other friends. I've made lifelong friends across the country and in other countries from being involved with the Ian Fleming Foundation, and it's been a wonderful experience. And like I say, I have a lot of friends that I know will be lifelong friends, and I always look forward to it every spring and fall, coming down to work on the vehicles.